Persuasive presentations. Sooner or later, everyone needs to influence other people's thinkings or actions. When an issue is especially important, persuasion frequently takes place in a presentation. Unlike purely informative presentations, which do not advocate a position, persuasive presentations aim to change the way an audience thinks, feels, or acts. The most common types of persuasive presentations are motivational and goodwill speeches, proposals, and sales presentations. A motivational speech attempts to generate enthusiasm for the topic being presented. When delivered effectively and at the proper time, such presentations can produce excellent results. As its name implies, a goodwill speech aims to create a favorable image of the speaker's cause in the minds of the audience. Representatives of organizations frequently speak to audiences to promote interest or support for their organizations. In a proposal, you advocate that your audience take specific action. In a sales presentation, one party presents remarks aimed at persuading another party to purchase a product or service. Sales presentations are planned in advance and range from platform speeches in front of a large audience to less formal sit-down talks with small groups of decision makers. Sales presentations will adhere to the following guidelines. Establish client relationships before your presentation. Put your client's needs first. Listen to your clients. Emphasize benefits, not features. And use an effective closing strategy. Persuasion is the act of motivating an audience through communication to voluntarily change a particular belief, attitude, or behavior. When you convince an interviewer you are the right person for the job, when you make a pitch to a prospective client for a new business project, and when you sway your team to adopt your idea, you are engaging in persuasion. Unfortunately, not all persuasive efforts are so ethical. To understand the ethical dimensions of persuasion, imagine the City Council has announced its intention to remove bike lanes on streets throughout the city. The area's residents are understandably upset and want to influence the City Council members to change their minds. There are a few ways the residents could approach the situation. First, they could use coercion, the use of force and/or threats of punishment, to force the council against its will to reverse its decision, like by invading and disrupting a city council meeting and demanding members promise to keep the bike lanes of more demonstrations. Second, the residents could get the city council to change its position through manipulation. That is, by using deception to trick the other party into thinking or acting in the desired way, such as presenting the city council with a petition against removal of the bike lanes that contains forged signatures that misstate the magnitude of the opposition to the council's decision. Third, the residents could use ethical persuasion strategies. Honest communication that convinces the other party to act voluntarily in the desired way, such as the citizens group organizing an appeal emphasizing that the community sees keeping the bike lanes as more important than the increase in travel time that is caused by the bike lanes. So how do you make the best and most ethical case for your position so others will voluntarily choose to accept it? Maximize your credibility. Credibility is a powerful factor in persuasion. Credibility, also referred to as ethos, is the persuasive force that comes from the audience's belief in and respect for the speaker. You can maximize your credibility by demonstrating your competence, earning the trust of your audience, and emphasizing your similarity to the audience. Use logical arguments. An organized presentation is not necessarily a logical one. Many arguments that sound logical at first are later revealed to have errors in reasoning or fallacies. The most common fallacies to avoid are personal attack, reduction to the absurd, either or, false cause, and bandwagon appeal. Use psychological appeals. Logical arguments, also referred to as logos, and your own credibility are both strong assets when you are trying to persuade others. Using the following strategies will boost the odds you can achieve your goal through your persuasive presentation. Appeal to the needs of your audience. Make your goal realistic. Focus appeals on critical audience segments. Defer the statements of the thesis with a hostile audience. Present ample evidence to support claims. Consider citing opposing ideas. And adapt to the cultural background of your audience.